Hello, back again to do another unboxing and review. We're going to continue with the Beyblade Burst theme that I started with the previous video. And that was the overall starter kit, the arena and two tops. But we're going to move on to one of the accessories and two new characters or tops. So we'll start with the accessory, which is the Supergrip launcher. So far, this seems to, other than an arena, this seems to be the only accessory available at the time. But by looking over the box, I think this is going to be quite an important one, and we'll see why in just a sec. So, as always, before we get into the item, I'll just take a quick look around the box here. So we have this, I guess you could call it cost-efficient packaging, just cardboard, no see-through window. Yeah, so, alright, nothing too fancy. There sure is a lot of writing on this. It looks like the same message is written in multiple languages. Looks like 3 languages there. So it kind of makes the box kind of busy, especially like on the back. If you look here, I don't know if it's even coming up, but I mean, it's like, whoa. Alright, but the important stuff is we see a picture there, and we get a good idea of what the item looks like by the graphic on the front. Okay, so opening it up, there doesn't seem to be any like closure tape or anything like that, and so I guess I'm just gonna pry it open. Okay, and in there is the item. Okay, that cord. And some instructions. So just took a quick peek at the instructions or manual. Yeah, again, quite a few languages there. But we got pictures. Okay, so according to the box, they said that there were 3 ways to use this. So let's look at it. So we have a single launch. Then there's also a double launch, and that's what I was hinting at, that it would be important, especially if you want to get in some practice battles without anyone else being there. You can go ahead and do some trial runs. Okay, and alright, so let's look at the actual launcher here. So you can see it's open body, so the top is closed, but the bottom is just open. And here I also have the launcher that comes with the tops, and of course the main box set. When you buy it, it comes with 2 of these. So this is the basic launcher, and you can see it also has that open bottom type deal going there. Let's look at the wheel. It looks to be the same size. Well, it obviously should be, right? But I don't really see any difference other than the coloring, blue and black. Okay, and alright, it looks like we have 2 feed holes here, or from that side, whatever, and there's also one going down the center. So, without pretty much even needing to look at the directions, I'm going to go ahead and just stick the ripcord in there. Okay, so I guess this is the single launch or standard launch mode. And, yep. Okay, that works. Now, let's go ahead and set it up for dual launch mode. Take your standard launcher, and you see that there's these little protrusions here on all 3 sides. So I guess you can pretty much figure out what that means. You can put it either there and then string the cord through. And it didn't, let's see, so, okay, like that. And of course from underneath you can see the tops that hang there, and then when I pull, that's pretty cool. Alright, and then you can also do it this way. You put the cord through the top, or you can do it on this side and do the same thing but the cord would go through this way. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that. You got a whole bunch of options, and although it didn't say anything, let's look at this. What? I don't even know if that one would work. Let's try it though. I don't think the cord's long enough to reach all of them. Let's see. Oh, what? I'd be wrong. Well, let's see here. Yeah, I wouldn't do it this way because I don't think this one would get enough cord because it would only have that much of the ripcord, right? So that's probably not the best option, but it's doable, I guess. Cords. So I brought the standard one that came with the main box set, and then also the cord that came with this. And if you notice, these things are kind of bent, so it's kind of hard to stretch them out perfectly even. But if you look, okay, so you see how they're pretty much even? I have them two here. Yep, okay. Put them back to back, side by side, and if you look, I'm trying to match them the best I can here without straightening them up too much. Anyways, if you can see, the one that comes with the Supergrip launcher is only slightly longer. I was kind of thinking it would be like twice the length, because two tops, right? But no. So, yeah, don't be surprised by that. But this is definitely going to come in handy. So, now let's move on to the two new tops. And we will start with, I'm going to start with this guy here, Wyvron. Okay, kind of like a Wyvron. Okay, alright, so I'll just go ahead and pan this in front of the camera, and you can see all there is. Okay, and let's go ahead and open it up. Ching ching. I really like the sound of those wheels. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so I guess I'll hold up the part. So we'll start with the top disc here. Oh, I didn't say this in the last video, but you see that little code in there? Well, essentially it's a QR code, you know, the thing like you scan with your smartphone. Well, if you get the app for Beyblade Burst from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, part of that app, it's a game, but part of it is you can scan this, and then this top becomes available for your playing in the game on your phone or tablet or whatever. Okay, and so that was the ring. Here's the business part, the metal. No, this one is, yeah, pretty good. It's a lot of metal, kind of hangs low, extra protection, I guess. Oh yeah, this one is a defense type, so that would make sense, right? And yep, it's a uniform pattern all the way around. I kind of like that. And okay, here's the tip. Of course, again, this part's standard, but the difference is down here. And we have a wide tip, and you can see it has like 3 little graspers. So, cool. And we put it together. Okay. There she be. That's Wyvron. And of course we're going to go ahead and battle them, but for right now, let's jump over to Doomscizor. Okay. I already see something interesting about this one. Anyways, we'll start with the top ring here. Of course, the code. Okay. Now, the metal ring, look at this. almost all the tops have a circle, some theme on a circle. But this one here is an oval or an ellipse. So that'll definitely be interesting. The ring, though, is pretty smooth. There's no like real protrusions or anything on this one. So we'll see how this thing spins. That'll be cool. Okay, but going to the base. Again, that part, but on the bottom. This one's a relatively normal, I guess. I don't know if that's the correct term for it, but yeah, it's just a tip. Nothing crazy on it. And of course, this one here is an attack type. So put it together. This oval's kind of. This is the most unique one I've gotten so far. The oval deal. All right. Okay. Doomscizor. Okay, well, now it's time to get the arena and put these in there, and of course use the new dual launcher, and we're going to have a fair match now because they're both going to drop in at the same time. So, and the type we have are attack versus defense. I mean, that's classic, right? Okay, so I got them in the launcher. You can see I went with the straight across pattern. And I have in the middle, I suppose you'd say, that's Wyvron, and on the outside is Doomscizor. So here we go. Wow, that was eventful. So let's see what we have here. Wyvron got thrown into the pit, but he stayed in one piece. Meanwhile, Doomscizor not only burst, but part of him went outside the arena. So I'm going to give that to Wyvron. Alright, let's load up and do another one. Okay, so rematch. Here we go. Same positioning. Okay, well, so that one will go to Doomscizor. Okay, so for the tiebreaker, same configuration. Alright, well that's that. It looks like it goes to Doomscizor. Talk about the Supergrip launcher. Now, as far as the two tops, Wyvron and Doomscizor, they're cool, and again, you're gonna find out better combinations. You know, you can mix and match these parts together, or you can use it with the other top, the other Beyblade Burst tops, and so yeah, your experience will vary, and experiment and have fun. Okay, but now getting back to the Supergrip launcher. Now, I agree this accessory should have been the first accessory to come out because it's very important for running multiple matches as you try to figure out that ultimate top for whatever scenario. You're going to want to be able to run match after match after match. You might not always have someone around with you to play. So, very important, and hence that's why I bought it. And yes, I'd buy it again for that reason. Essentially, I kind of need it. However, that being said, I think this could have been done better. Now, we'll start off with the things that I like. The multiple options of where to mount the second launcher, that's cool. I wasn't expecting that. Even 2 modes I would have been happy with, but the fact to get 3, great. So now let's talk about the things that I don't like about it. And that really comes down to, well, how it's built. And what I mean by that primarily is, well, 2 things. First, you can see how it's open bottom, and it makes it very lightweight. Now, the reason why that isn't so great in this case, and again, I'm not expecting them to pack lead in here and make it super heavy, but you have to consider that when you have this together and you have 2 tops hanging from here, the tops seem to be weighing down on this, and you want to get, as it's called, a super grip, right? And it just feels that this isn't, it's not beefy enough to against the tops, right? Second thing, as cool as this multi-position setup is, I've noticed, you see how quick you can change these? See, but you notice one thing that I'm not doing when I snap these? There's really no lock feature. It's just you put it on. And there was a couple takes where I had to take them out because it was kind of embarrassing. But as I pulled the ripcord, this thing just flew off. It actually flew off to the side with the top, so there was no match there. I had one top spinning in the arena, the other one was off on the floor way over there. So it would be nice if when these were put together, if they had some like bar that would come across and like lock them so that wouldn't happen. That'd be great. All right, so I thought it would be a good idea to look at this done way better. And to do that, I went ahead and went into my collection, and I found this. Now, this is a Dualtron, so essentially the same deal, launching two tops by using one person can launch two tops, and automatically we can see quite a difference here. Now, just look at this. First of all, let's talk about the grip. This one has an actual grip and handle, and even with normal adult hands, I can get almost all. Yeah, this one's still hooked underneath, so I can get a whole hand on this thing. Let's contrast it to this. What was that? 2 fingers? Yeah, I don't know why. Next, let's talk about the cord. Look at this ripcord. It's obviously longer. I mean, like we even really need to compare it, but let's, just for the sake of being thorough. All right, look at that. Okay, so already the cord's longer. Next, you see it has these great wings here, so it's really easy to get 2 fingers around it. Compare it to this, which again, I suppose you could put 2 fingertips around it. All right, let's talk about the build quality. Yes, I mean, it is plastic, but I mean, again, it's robust enough. I've been using it for quite some time, and it's still not broken. Okay, and also look at the bottom. See how it's closed, as opposed to this. Yeah. Next, as far as these are in fixed position, but the good thing is that they're never going to leave that position. I already talked about how this one came apart on me a few times, and I was just doing normal launches. So, yeah, don't have to worry about it here. So, here it is. Now, why couldn't they just done this again? Alright, so in conclusion, would I recommend the Beyblade Supergrip for the Burst series? Well, yeah, but only because it's basically a necessity if you want to be able to launch 2 tops simultaneously without the aid of another person. At least until something better comes along, this is really the only route, and that's the only reason I can really recommend it. We've already covered out why and how this could have been done so much better, but yeah. In the end, it really does just feel like a cheap thing, and and there's really no excuse to make it this cheap, especially since we've already seen they could have done it better, even if they just did it like they did before with the Dualtron. Why they went this route, I don't know. Probably cost savings, which, if you think about it, people that are really into this, they'd have no problem paying, what's this, an extra $5 and have this work reliably. But anyway, at least for now, you kind of have to get it, so